Just a minute. What are you trying to pull?
Nothing.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Tian, aka Baby T, aka Beauty by Tian. What's happening? In my very first video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this poppin' sunset halo summer eye look. I really love this look, y'all. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Woo!
3, 2, 1.
Alright, y'all, so to start off, we're going to start by outlining my eyebrows. We're using a Morphe eyebrow pencil in the shade Chocolate Mousse. And this is my favorite eyebrow pencil, y'all. I use it every single time I do my makeup, and it's super cheap, only $5. You feel me? And I just use this to outline the structure of where I want my eyebrows to be, and either I'll use this pencil to sometimes blend in, or my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade, like I'm doing now, to fill in my eyebrows. So after I fill in my eyebrows, I like to use the end of my Morphe eyebrow brush just to blend out my eyebrow, make sure that it's not so bold and so on my face, you know. And as you can see, it kind of tones down as I'm blending, that it's not so dark and harsh on my face. You know, we don't like harsh lines, no. Now I'm using my e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Deep Chestnut to conceal my eyebrows. And I just took a little bit of that product and flattened it on this brush before I started to conceal my eyebrows. And I like to take this product and blend it down into the eyelid. Now when I'm concealing on the top, I'm not putting any extra product on my brush. I'm just using the remaining product that was left on the brush to conceal the top. And the reason I do that is because I don't want any extra product on the brush that might make me mess up and go into the top of my brow. And look at that swoosh there. Like, you see that swoosh? Look at that. Swoosh. Oh my god, period. Now I'm taking a buffer brush from Morphe and I'm just blending out that concealer onto my eyelid. I'm not swooshing, I'm patting that in. Like, I'm tapping and patting that into my eyelid for a nice base. And I'm using my Louise base in the shade 2 for my lid, and I'm gonna start patting that out from the bottom of my eyelid. And once I got my eyelid covered, I'm gonna start blending that upward, just so that it can create like a smooth blend with my Camo concealer. Alright, now I'm going in with some translucent powder from Revolution Pro, and I'm just tapping that in so I don't have any creases in my eyelid. And we're going to be using the NYX Ultimate palette. This is the Brights palette. I got this from Target. And I'm starting with that orange color first. And I'm patting that into my crease. And it's kind of came up a little bit lighter than what I thought it was going to be. But it worked out. We was working with it, you know. So I'm using this color to kind of shape how I want my eye shape to be for this look. I didn't want anything really too big because I wanted it to be flowy and pretty and sunset and ooh. For my transition, I'm going into this Tropical Glow palette from Color Story, and I'm using that lighter yellow to start my transition. I'm just taking that color to kind of make it a little bit more yellowy, but I wanted a little bit more darker, a darker yellowish kind of color. So I'm using that to kind of blend in, and I'm also kind of taking it out just a little bit. Now I'm taking that lightest yellow shade and I'm tapping that on the outer corners of my eyes. I'm going to make sure that this yellow is really, really visible before I go in and start to blend it out. The reason I'm doing that is because I want this yellow to really pop before going in and defining my crease. Now I'm going into my crease line with this deepest peach orange color from the Ultimate palette, and I'm just really building into my crease. I'm using a pointed pencil crease brush to really dig into the crease because I want this color to have some definition. Now using the P. Louise base in the shade 0, which is white, I'm going to put this in the center of my lid and start cut creasing, you know. This isn't supposed to be a full cut crease. This is supposed to be a halo crease. So you're going to see me start in the center and kind of drag it out a little bit. We're not worried about this being even at all. In fact, it won't look even the slightest bit of even. But we do want to make sure that the top center part is even right on the crease. Now for the outer part of the halo, we're using that deep peach color, but we're going to take the orange that we started off with on the beginning and place that on top, and you see it creates kind of this pretty orange color that I was looking for. So I'm going to take that and blend that in with the peach color. For the second color, I'm going to go in with that yellow, and I'm just patting that in and kind of blended it in with the other colors, but I'm avoiding going it's all the way into the center because we're trying to create a halo effect here. Hello. Now in the inner corners of my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and apply some more base. This is just so I can go in with this brown color from the Color Story palette and blur out my inner and outer edges to create more of a definitive halo look. So yeah, I'm tapping that into the base and I'm just kind of blending it in. Then I'm taking a pointed liner brush and I'm taking that brown color and I'm just going right above the crease. And as you can see, it's kind of bringing more definition to where I have my crease cut. And that was the whole purpose of doing this. And then, you know, now it's time for my favorite part. It's looking really good, but it's time for glitter. So I'm going to be using some gold fine glitter and some chunky white glitter that I both got off of Amazon. And I'm just taking that glitter and patting it onto my eyelid very gently with some lash glue. And then you'll see me take a couple pieces of that white and pat that onto the eye. Then I'm using Milk Makeup's mascara. This mascara is everything, y'all. Just to get my lashes popping, you know. Get that ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam before we put the beautiful, beautiful dramatic lashes I got on my eyelids. And I'm using some tape. This is an old classic trick just to get all that glitter, extra glitter off my face. And then we're going to go ahead and line my lash line with some duo glue. This trick saved my life. But if you know, you know. Whenever you go to put lashes on, you start panicking. Or is it just me? Y'all know how I be putting on lashes. Anyways, we're gonna put some of this Goddess Glow primer on. This I'm not really using as a primer. I'm just trying to illuminate my face, give it some brightness, you know what I mean? I'll be using Milk Makeup's Hydro Primer to go ahead and prime my face for my makeup. And this primer is awesome, y'all. As far as color correcting, I'm only color correcting minor dark spots that I have. Didn't want to go too overboard. I was having a really baggy day this day. I don't know why, but whatever. For foundation, we're using Maybelline Fit Me. This is the Dewy and Soft one in the shade 355 Coconut. And I'm going to use some setting spray from MAC to just add some moisture to my face before I blend this out. And I really like this foundation. I'm not really into dewy foundations, but if I do happen to have like one of those days where I want to use like non-mattifying foundation, this is my go-to. So I'm using that same Camo concealer from e.l.f. In the shade Deep Chestnut. This is my first layer of concealing. And during this video, I realized I was literally out of my MAC Fix-It spray. Oh my god. But I just ordered some, so I'm good. Anyway, we're going to blend this down towards my nose first, and then I'm going to take it outward. So I'm going over these bag hags again with some concealer, lighter concealer. This is from NYX. This is the Golden Honey shade. And I'm just patting this into my eye and going over those spots I want to double highlight. Because I was trying to be bright, honey. I was trying to be bright as the sun. Period. Now we're contouring with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is in the shade Deep Dark 56. And I'm gonna put a little teeny bit on my nose. It looks like a lot, but I promise y'all it's not. So now we're focusing on snatching this nose, honey. I'm going to start off by taking that product on the front of my nose and moving it into the tip. And then I'm tapping this into my nose and then dragging that product up and down. I don't want to like just instantly go in and start doing swiping up and down. Or I'm going to have a big, bold, dark line. And then you're just going to have a big, bulky nose. Like, nobody wants that, sis. We want that nose to be snizzashed, okay? Setting powders we're going to be using are from Fenty Beauty in the shades Honey and Nutmeg. I'm going to start by tapping this product into my skin first. You don't just want to throw the setting powder up there. You're going to have terrible flashbacks. So I'm just going to tap this into under my eyelids gently before going in and setting it. Now we're tapping that onto the skin, on the sides of the nose too. We're trying to be bright as the sun, I told y'all. So I'm using, the honey shade on the under eye, and then I'm going in with that nutmeg and I'm putting that into my fine lines, my happy smile lines, and this awful deep line I got under my lip. Y'all know how that go. For blush, we're using Juvia's Place Volume 2 palette, that pretty peach color on my cheeks. And yes, I'm putting this on before I take off that excess setting powder, just to develop where I wanted it to be, see? Before I lined my lips, I did go ahead and blend out my setting powder and my blush and everything with my foundation brush. Then I used some black eyeshadow from my Morphe palette. You can use any black eyeshadow, and I just used that to for my waterline. I also went in with a little bit of that light orange to add to the bottom of my eyes, but not too much because I didn't want to be bright. Here we are adding highlight using my Revolution Pro palette. I love this highlight palette. Oh my god, it is the best. Like, it gives me all the shines, and it's got 6 shades of that I can mix and blend to pop. Okay. And that is the look, y'all. I'm really excited, and I hope that y'all enjoyed this first video by me. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all be blessed. And always remember to strive for progress, not perfection. Bye.